Hello Aluxers, and welcome back to another Sunday motivational video. When it comes to self-made individuals and people who've made the leap into financial freedom, there are some underlying traits and skills millionaires master. Unless you're going to get rich by luck or chance alone, mastering as many of these should become a priority for you. The more you're able to compound these skills one on top of the other, the bigger the success, the shorter the time, the more it'll look like magic to everyone else. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Here are 15 skills millionaires master. Number 1. Refusal to accept anything but success and almost blind confidence. The more time we spend with millionaires and billionaires, the more we realize just how similar we all are. The more successful people we know have this almost blind confidence that anything they put their mind to will turn out in their favor. They're actively writing their own future through their thoughts, ideas, work, projects, and actions. I'm 100% confident in my success because I'm the one in charge of my actions. Failure or throwing in the towel is something they're not even considering. Why would anyone quit at something that they know is possible and can create the life they want for themselves? Some of you don't know this. Some of you are just pretenders, opportunists, trying to squeeze yourselves into success. But those of you who really do have it know damn well what we're talking about. It's a fire burning so strong in you that you would literally die before giving up on your goals. That's what fuels super successful people. Number 2. Independent thinking. Truth be told, society is kinda screwed up. The pressure it puts on the individual to obey, to fit the mold, to just be another pixel making up the most boring picture in the world. You can't live the life of your dreams if other people are the ones picking your dreams for you. Millionaires, and billionaires for that matter, are strong independent thinkers. They decide to do the things most people would advise against. I'm gonna risk everything and start this business. Don't do it, Johnny boy, don't do it. I'm gonna try and live off my passions. Don't do it, you're gonna end up miserable. But if you take a step back and freeze the frame, who do you think is more miserable? Who do you think enjoys their life more? The person sitting in the cubicle under fluorescent lighting, living off vending machine sandwiches? Or the one who's doing what they love and somehow figured out how to monetize it? The most successful people are the contrarians in thought to the point that they reject the substandards of society altogether. That's why they call them eccentric billionaires, or weird. The moment you stop people from thinking for you, you discover just how hard but exciting it is to think for yourself. Number 3. Compounding everything using multipliers. There isn't anything more powerful in this life than compounding using multipliers, and no, we're not talking about putting money into a bank account and leaving it there for 50 years. Rich people compound everything, including themselves. If you, as a person, grow by 20% in skill set every year, you're going to be twice as valuable to the marketplace in less than 4 years. Successful people continuously compound their own value. They constantly invest in themselves to the point where it seems crazy to everyone outside. Why would Warren Buffett read 100 pages every day, considering he's 90 years old right now, since he's already one of the richest people in the world? He's been doing it since he was 10. It's all an investment in his decision-making process. Warren Buffett has incredible judgment, and that's why people trust him with their money. He's compounded his understanding of the market, of business, for so damn long, he's been called the Oracle of Omaha. The moment you begin to compound yourself actively, it's just a matter of time until you realize you need a multiplier to apply yourself to. That's why they're all starting businesses. With your decision-making improving constantly, this multiplies that speed at which your business is growing. If you want to get rich in life, you have to own things that increase rapidly in value. The good thing is, you've got a say in how fast they increase. Number 4. Risk tolerance. There's another big misunderstanding that somehow got out there, probably through less educated media, that entrepreneurs are risk takers, that they put it all on the line and flip a coin or something after selling their souls to the devil. But that can't be further from the truth. Entrepreneurship is about minimizing risk to a point where it's acceptable to take it. And this is an incredible skill to have. Looking at the world through the lens of a risk taker is life-changing. There's risk in everything we do. There's risk when you get into a car, risk when you cross the street. But what do? We manage it. We put our seatbelts on, we install airbags, we pay attention. No matter how much you believe your life is in God's hands, when you cross the road, you still look both ways. Millionaires and billionaires understand how to manage risk and, even more importantly, how to give themselves an edge. If the probability of success is 51% and failure is 49%, entrepreneurs will take the shot every single time, while most people would never want to risk it. Your job is to increase your odds in your favor, and you do that through growth. Number 5. Sales and marketing. For the same reason, sales gets a bad rep. The average person thinks of selfie stick selling individuals in the middle of touristy spots, but that's not it. To sell is basically to communicate effectively. You sell your partner into giving you a chance and dating you. You sell your boss into giving you your job. You sell your customers into buying your products. It doesn't matter how fancy or smart you are as an individual. If you're unable to sell, you're not in business. Sales solves every single problem you have. As a matter of fact, we'd even go further and say the biggest problem you have in your life right now isn't your lack of resources, but your limited ability to sell. People are not buying into whatever you're offering. That's why you feel stuck. If selling is like a sniper weapon, marketing is like carpet bombing. Through marketing, you're reaching everybody, and those who vibe with your vibes will come and spend money with you and make you rich. Marketing is why a white t-shirt with the word Supreme on it costs 50 times what it normally should. Marketing is why Apple fanboys think they're a superior race. Marketing is why Pepsi will never catch up to Coca-Cola despite spending twice the money on marketing. Now, if you're looking to improve your sales skills, the best book we've been able to find on the topic is called Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. To this day, it's still the best book on sales we've read. Even better, go to Alux.com/freebook right now, and if it's your first time signing up, you can get the audiobook for free thanks to our friends at Audible. Number 6. Leadership, networks, and team building. A natural progression from selling and marketing is that of building teams. You're an individual. Individuals do not benefit from leverage, so bring some into your life. One of the easiest ways to build leverage in life is by hiring people so your output grows per factor of time. There are no self-made people, we all had help. Leadership is this incredible trait that people like to throw around, but it's so damn vague it gets disregarded. Leadership is just a more advanced type of selling because you're not just communicating, you are inspiring. Productivity skyrockets when people are motivated and are fighting for a common goal. Good teams are a multiplier of effort. Build the right team and focus all of your efforts on the same objective and you're golden. Networks are a lot like team building, but outside of your own internal team. Your network is made of the people and contacts you have that have a positive impact on outcomes. These are multipliers as well. Your friend knows someone that knows someone who gets you in the room when you couldn't otherwise. Your success gets multiplied when you apply networks to your efforts. Number 7. Emotional intelligence. Here's something most people get twisted. EQ is more important than IQ. That's why you see all these really smart people living miserable lives filled with regret and angst. They're not successful, they're not happy, they don't do what they like. Most of them aren't even that smart. It's one of those basic situations where we'd like to ask you, if you're so smart, why aren't you happy? Why aren't you rich? Why aren't you healthy? Putting this piece of content aside right now, we're talking to you, the Aluxer. Ask yourself these questions. If you don't know the answer, maybe you need to step on that education paddle. Emotional intelligence is one of those skills that allows you to navigate society. The more you understand life, the better of an experience you're going to have while alive. Nobody cares how many digits of pi you can recall from memory or how much Googleable information you've been able to memorize. School failed you and now you're failing at adapting. Rich people prioritize emotional intelligence over bulk information any day of the week because IQ is pretty overrated. Number 8. Understanding value. Believe it or not, this is a skill. Understanding value is different from understanding costs, but since this is probably one of those first times you're forced to make a distinction, we'll help with the education process. Cost is how much money it will take to bring anything to reality. The cost of making a chair isn't just the cost of the wood involved. The cost of making a chair is the cost of wood, plus the cost of the years of practice the woodworker has put into developing their skill set, factored into the number of hours that go into building the chair. Average people look at only material costs, but that's just wrong. Just an empty DVD costs $1. It doesn't mean the cost of the movie DVD should be $1. By the way, you know you're getting older when you're throwing out these examples that in 5 to 10 years will literally not connect with the audience. If you still know what a DVD is, please hit the like button on this video for that YouTube algorithm. It helps us a lot and we can keep these references coming. The value of something differs from cost or even price. The value comes from what kind of change it brings into your life. The most simple example is determined by need. A bottle of water costs $1. On an average day, the value is consistent. But a bottle of water in the desert while you're thirsty and dehydrated is now worth thousands of dollars to you. The difference between value and cost is why people get rich. Find things that have a lower cost than their value and then pay their cost. The entire process is a lot simpler than people think, but you need to have the skill of understanding value. Number 9. Ability to generate deals and opportunities. This one expands on the previous point. For many years, we thought about growth as follows. Success comes from your ability to connect dots in creative ways that have value. The more you think about it, the more you understand that's what business and life is. We're just connecting dots. In order to become rich, you need to be able to find dots and be able to connect them. Be it people, products, code, it doesn't matter as long as the outcome is of higher value than the standalone dots. The person who is able to do this is the one who can make deals happen. You can do it for yourself and make yourself rich, or you can do it for other people and they'll reward you with a piece of the value you've generated for them. If you don't have money to begin with, find opportunities for people who do and help them in the execution. This is how you get rich without spending money. In real estate, there's even a culture for people pulling in deals together, and once everything is set, investors come in and pick up parts, with the people who've created the deal getting a free ride with no money down. The bigger the impact you can have on someone's reward, the more inclined they'll be to give you your share. If you can make someone $1 million, why wouldn't they give you $100,000? Number 10. Goal setting and planning. Every rich person we know has made it their plan and goal to be rich. They asked for it, they wrote it down, they made a plan, they adjusted the plan as needed, and in time they achieved what they set their minds to do. The difference between normal people and the ones that do make it lies in their approach. Average people have dreams and desires. Rich people have goals and plans. Goal setting and planning is a skill. You need to know how to break things down, how to plan, how to self-analyze in order to achieve the things you're looking to achieve. For the past 10 years, we've mastered the art of planning in order to successfully achieve goals. This allowed us to become multimillionaires before the age of 30 after starting out poor. We read every book on the topic, watched every TED Talk, conference, and through trial and error figured out what works well and what doesn't for someone like us. We put it all into a new premium experience called Goal Mastery, which is currently in post-production, and you'll be able to purchase soon. We know some of you are already on the waiting list, but if you aren't yet, go to Alux.com/goals and join in. We'll provide a special discount for those of you already there. We can't wait for you guys to try it out. Number 11. System creation. A big part of the journey to wealth falls on a skill called system creation. Basically, you need to create systems that get desired results for you. This works in personal life, more commonly known as mental models and habits, and in business through specific structures. When X problem appears, this is what gets done. When this opportunity presents itself, This is what the team will do. Systems are more or less machine-style processes that you build in order to deal with everything that's happening. It helps you save time, be effective and consistent in the results you're getting. Rich people have their investments on autopilot. A certain percentage of their income goes directly into investments without them ever even seeing it. Another percentage towards savings, and you get to play around with whatever's left. Average people don't automate anything. You get a paycheck, you cash it in, pay some debts, and then blow it all and beg for the next paycheck to come sooner. As long as you're touching money, you'll never be rich. Money is just numbers on a screen now, so treat it as such. Number 12. Learning by breaking down structures. A big skill you need to master is learning. We know the world gives you flashbacks from that time you didn't do your homework and Mrs. Green embarrassed you in front of the entire class, but that's not it. As a matter of fact, screw Mrs. Green, she didn't get that far in life anyway. You think anyone's dream in life is to teach where you went to school? Nah. Back to learning. The best way we know how to learn is by breaking things down and seeing what goes into it. It's a big curiosity of ours. We began with computers, then moved on to businesses. To this day, we constantly break down new business models in order to figure out how and, more importantly, why they work. It helps us understand both the culture and where things are going. WeWork was a great example of a business that was about to change the world, but people were forced to work from home, so bye-bye multi-billion-dollar valuation. Things are constantly changing with the improvements in infrastructure. More and more people are embracing the internet as their main environment for work and consumption. If you want to be rich, learn how different businesses work, from the donut stand in the corner to the logistics problems Amazon warehouses are able to solve. In the process, you'll learn more about real business than any book can tell ya. Number 13. Self-motivation, focus, and discipline. Success doesn't happen overnight. Things will get difficult and boring, and you'll want to quit multiple times. Self-motivation is a real skill. Maintaining focus in a world filled with distractions is a real skill. Waking up and going to work even on the days you don't feel like it through sheer discipline is a real skill. These three are incredibly powerful and are able to compound and multiply on each other. We have an amazing video called 15 Steps to Master Self-Discipline, which you can check out by clicking in the top right corner, which you definitely should watch after this one. We're actually considering doing a similar one on self-motivation and focus if you guys think it would be valuable. Number 14. Competitiveness. Successful people are competitive. They need to win, and because of that, they got to where they are. The more you study successful people, the more you see this pattern behavior. You need to love the game so much that you're willing to go for the highest score possible. Michael Jordan was famously competitive while playing. He would pick even the smallest event to teach someone that shrugged him a lesson. The moment he became the greatest of all time, it didn't stop him. He started competing with his previous performance or making up imaginary enemies just to keep his drive in the game. Business is a competition. You are literally competing with other people like you that want the customer's money, attention, and more. A level above mere competition is domination. That's where you're in a league of your own. Do you think Jeff Bezos compares his earnings to anyone else? Of course not. They're not even close. Jeff is playing for legacy, for an all-time high score, the leaderboard for the ages. Find your space and compete to get yourself in the game, but once you do, go full strength at it and dominate. Number 15. Think big. Here's a big problem. Very few people think big. Even the things you think are big are almost always small. They feel big in comparison to your current size. This is why you believe $1 million will be a lot of money for you. Don't get us wrong, it's okay money, but it took us becoming millionaires to understand that it ain't as much as we thought it was. We have plenty of other videos where we break this down for you. There are 2 regrets people have when they get to the finish line. 1, they didn't start earlier. 2, they didn't think bigger. Try not to make the same mistake. This might not sound right to you, but it takes the same amount of effort and energy to make $1 million as it takes to make $50,000. So if you're going to think anyway, might as well think big. which sparked the following question. Which of these 15 skills do you feel like you need the most in order to break through to the next level? Please leave your answers in the comments below, and if most of you agree on the same ones, we'll make those videos for you in detail. As for those of you still watching this video, you're getting a bonus piece of information. Number 16. Add your secret sauce. You're probably thinking, what the hell is this and where do I get it? You've already got it but have no idea that you do. Nobody is better at being you than you are. We live in a unique moment in time where individuals become scalable. It used to be that you had to get on TV to build a brand, a reputation, and a following. That's how Oprah became successful. Now it's a free-for-all. Nobody can be Kanye the way Kanye is Kanye. Nobody can be Joe Rogan the way Joe is Joe Rogan. You have a unique perspective on life, which, if cultivated and augmented by technology, can reach millions. If it's any good, society will reward you for it. We've used this leverage ourselves, and this is the main reason why you watched this long video until the very end. You like the knowledge we give you and how we deliver it. No matter what you do, add your secret sauce and make it your own. This is going to be your unique differentiator in a world where everybody is trying to be the same and emulate what's working. People can't tell when something is different, and we all love it. We want the new stuff, the good stuff, the stuff we've never had before. That's what you can bring to the table. So, if you've made it to the very end, we challenge you to find your secret sauce in whatever you do. And if you think this nugget will open up for you in the future, please write the word secret in the comments. That way we know you're still watching for that bonus and we'll keep including it. As always, we appreciate you. And if you found value in this video, please support Alux in any way that you can. Sharing this video with a friend is just as great as buying any one of our products. Till next time, Aluxer.